Hey guys. Alright, today's lesson is on the distance formula. How to find the distance between 2 points, or another way to put it is how to find the length of a line segment on a coordinate plane. Alright, so I already have the problem set up. We have 2 points, A and B. A is at point -6, -3. B is at point 3, 1. We want to find the length of this line segment, or the distance from point A to point B. I want to work two problems. I'm going to show you two different methods to do this problem. First method I call the right triangle method, and this method is good because most of us are already familiar with the Pythagorean theorem from Algebra 1, and this utilizes that. So the first thing we're going to do is, given our line segment is at an angle, we're going to make a right triangle from this segment. So I'm going to take my line tool, I'm going to draw it in red, and I'm going to start at one of my endpoints, and I'm going to draw a line segment straight across till I get directly below my other point, and then I'm going to draw another segment straight down. What this does for us is this gives us this right triangle. Now that we have a right triangle, we can set this up as a Pythagorean theorem problem. Because I can label this A, this B, then the side that I'm looking for is C. So now we can simply count the number of boxes for A, count the number of boxes for B. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So A is equal to 9. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I have A is equal to 9, B is equal to 4. Now, if you recall from Algebra 1, Pythagorean theorem says A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So this rise of 4, run of 9, if you familiarize that with the slope of a segment or slope of a line, it's the same thing as slope. But in this case, we're using it to calculate the length of our segment. So I'm going to plug in my A and my B. So I end up with 9 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. 9 squared is 81. 4 squared is 16 equals C squared. And I end up with 97 is equal to C squared. I don't have a calculator open. So let's see if I can pull up a calculator. And I end up with 9 squared plus 4 squared, or 97. So I'm going to take the square root of 97, and I get 9.8. So C is approximately equal to 9.8. So that would be my answer for the length of AB. Okay? Second method is actually using the distance formula. So I'm going to pull up another problem. I'm going to move this line just a little bit. I'm going to go here and to here. Now if I write down my coordinates, I've got -1, -2. And for this one, I got 1, 2, 3. This one, I'm not going to draw my triangle. Actually, I am going to draw my triangle, but I'm not going to use it to count. I'm going to use it to show you the similarities in the problem that we did last time. All right, so if I look at this as my right triangle, look at it as rise and run. If you remember from rise and run, we had y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. I'm going to start off by calculating those two values. So if I subtract my y values, I have 3 minus -2. Those two negatives become a plus. So I end up with 3 plus 2 and I get 5. Do the same thing with my x values. So I have a 2 minus a negative 1. Once again, those two become pluses. So I end up with 2 plus 1, and I end up with 3. Now this is going to become my A and B. Now from this point I do the same thing. 5 squared plus 3 squared is equal to C squared or X squared. We'll call it C. So now I have 25 plus 9 is equal to C squared. 34 is equal to C squared. And now pull up my calculator again. And I'm going to do the square root of 34. So 34 square root, and I get 5.8 for C. It has two different methods to do the same type of problem. First method was using the Pythagorean theorem, counting your blocks for your A and your B. The second method was subtracting your x's, subtracting your y's to get your rise and run. Because if you did the counting method here, you'll see that this side, the right side, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, which is what we got here. This bottom side is 3 units, which is what we got here. So you get the same thing. One is just counting the blocks. The other one is actually calculating those blocks. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps with the distance formula. We'll see you next time.